Hello everyone and welcome to the another chapter of this playlist. And today in this video we are going to learn about creating the dynamic active navigation menu. And before that, let me just tell you that in the previous video I did tell you guys about the dynamic metadata, and we fetched the metadata info from the from the WordPress backend, and then we displayed it here. But I forgot to mention one thing about the meta description and the meta keywords. So you can see this. You can check this out. So you can write the meta description and the keywords like this. Now moving to today's topic, let's go to the WordPress backend. And here, first of all, we will have to create menus. So we would be requiring two menus. One is the main menu where all the categories will be listed here, and another one would be the footer menu, this one. So we'll create these two things. So for that, we'll go to the appearance, and then we'll go to menus, and let's create the primary menu first. So let's call it a main menu, and the location would be this one and this one, and then we'll create the menu. So we are going to create our custom links for our NextJS application. So for that, we will go to custom links. And here the very first item we want is home. So the URL of home is this, just a slash. And then we'll write the link text that would be home. And then so if you guys remember, we created few categories in the previous video. No, just a moment. So we created these categories. These were our block categories. So we'll put it here. So first one was news, and then we have politics, and then news, politics. Then we have sports, lifestyle, automobiles, and entertainment. So we'll write sports, and then we'll put lifestyle, and then we'll put automobiles, and then we'll put and entertainment, like this, and we'll save the menu. Now we'll create the footer menu as well. So just create a new menu, and then we'll write footer menu, and the location will be footer menu, and then we'll create the menu. Now again, we'll put the custom links. So about, and then we'll create contact us, and then we'll create privacy policy, and then we'll create, disclaimer. All right, and then we'll create terms and conditions, terms and conditions. All right, so we'll move the disclaimer, and we'll save the menu. All right, so we have created two menus over here. One is the footer menu and another one is the main menu. So let's try to fetch this menu in our GraphQL. So menu items, just open this, and we'll just close this general settings, and we will go to the menu items, and inside menu items This is what we want, nodes, and we want the ID, we want the label, and we want the URL. And let's execute the query. All right, so here we are getting all of the menu items, including the footer menu and primary menu both. So we are not, so we need a filter over here. And for that, we will just go to a where condition, and we'll select the location. So inside location, we have four options: expanded, footer, mobile, primary, social. So we have created one expanded menu and one footer menu. So let's select the expanded one and click here. See, we are getting the primary menu here. And if we select the footer menu, then we are getting the footer menu items. Now, guys, we have got two queries for the menu fetching, feature, and we are not going to write this same query again and again. So instead, we will make it dynamic. So just copy this query and let's go to our Visual Studio. And inside utils, let's create a new file by the name menu items.js. And let's create a function, export async function get menu items, and then we'll create the query const query is equals to this, and just a moment. All right, so since we are going to make this thing dynamic, footer or expanded, so for that we will pass an argument over here. Let's say menu location, and we'll put the variable over here instead of this, like this. And now we will call our fetch function. So let result is equals to await fetch data, and we will pass our query like this, and then we will return the result. So let's try to fetch this in our component. So let's open up the navbar. All right, so navbar is a client component, guys, because we have used a use effect hook to we have used this use effect hook for the scroll function. So we have this scrolling effect. So on scroll, it's sticking to the top. So we have used a use effect hook for this. So we are not going to call the menu items here in this client component. So we are going to do it in the server component. So let's say we will call it inside the header, because header is our is our server component, and we can, and navbar is called inside the header. So we will do it here inside this header. Now we can close this page. We can just keep these menu items here. And so we will call the menu items here inside the header, and we will pass it as a props in the navbar component here. So for that, we'll click on export default async function header, and then we'll write const menu items is equals to await get menu items, and we'll pass the argument. So first we need the expanded one like this, and let's try to print it in the console. So log menu items and see what we get in the console. All right, so we are getting the menu data, but we need this array. Like, I mean, we need this thing, we need this array. So for that, what we will do is we will return data menu items and then nodes. So we'll simply go to the menu items.js file, and we will return result dot data dot I think it was menu items and then nodes. So menu items dot nodes, and just save this and see what we are getting here. It's not refreshed. Let's refresh it. It's taking too much time. All right, so we have got the menu items here. Cool. So we have got the array. Now we will pass this array as a props. So we'll just close this menu items. We do not want it anymore. And let's close this console.log. I mean, let's delete this. And inside and navbar will pass props. So menu items is equals to menu items. And now we'll capture it here. Navbar, it will be menu items. And then we'll just delete this allies. It's not refreshing automatically. So let's restart the server. Npx next dev. So by the time it's refreshing, let's write our codes. So here we have captured the menu items like this through props, and now we will just use it in a map function. Inside the UL, we'll put menu items dot map item like this, and we'll write our li. Oops, I'm sorry. We'll write our li here. So we'll put a key that would be item dot id and link href. Href would be dynamic too. It would be item dot url. I think it was the URL. Okay, yes, we are getting this. And item is URL. All right, cool. Now we'll write item dot label. All right, so see, we have got the menu items over here: home, news, politics, sports, lifestyle, automobiles, entertainment. So click on news. So we are able to go to the desired URL like this. Cool. Now we'll just make it now we'll need to make the li, I mean the list items or the menu items active as well. So for that we will put a condition. So for that we'll just create one more variable, const path name is equals to use path name, and we'll put a condition here. So class name is equals to, so if we write active here, so yeah, cool. So we'll write if path name is equals to item dot URL, then it will print active or else it will be empty. Now we have got the home the home item active, and then if we click on news, this one becomes active like this. Cool. So we have got the active navigation, dynamic active navigation menu here. And same way we will, fetch the footer menu as well. So just close this nav bar and we'll open this footer.jsx file. All right, so this is also client component. So this is a client component because we have used an on-click event here. So let's not use this. Let's remove this. All right, now we'll remove this use client and export default async function footer, and we'll write const footer menu is equals to await get menu items, and the argument we are going to pass is footer in caps. Now let's try to log it in console footer menu and see what we are getting. All right, so we are getting the footer menu items here. Cool. Now we'll just close this, and this is the footer menu we have. So we'll remove all the allies from here and we'll write footer menu dot map item, and we'll just cut it from here. We'll paste it inside the loop. So we have got these items. Now we'll just map it. So key equals to item dot id, and href is equals to item dot url, and footer item 1, this will be item dot label. So we have got the footer menu as well. So clicking on about, it takes us to the about, and then contact us, disclaimer, privacy policy, terms and conditions. Cool. So that's how we fetch the menu dynamically from our WordPress backend. And that would be all in this video. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for your time and have a nice day. Bye-bye.